This video will show you the basics of how to smoke fish in your department. First, we need to make the brines. To make a sugar brine, we'll need 4 pounds of brown sugar, 1 pound of salt, and 8 quarts of water. Mix thoroughly, cover, label it, and store it in the cooler. Next is our candied brine for our hot smoked sweet salmon bellies. We'll need 1.5 pounds of brown sugar, 0.15 pounds of molasses, 0.2 pounds of shoyu sauce, 0.03 pounds of sea salt, and 0.2 pounds of the sugar brine we already made. Mix together until a cake batter mix is achieved. Next, soak your hickory wood chips for about 20 minutes. Now we'll need to prep the fish. Cut collars and tails off of the Atlantic salmon for nuggets. Next, cut the salmon bellies 1 or 2 inches from the bottom, and trim off the small layer of fat on the bellies. Skin any portions you'll be using and submerge them in the sugar brine. You'll be brining them in the cooler for 24 hours. Place your soaked wood chips in the wood chips box and secure it inside the smoker. We're going to preheat the smoker and set it up to run at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour, and you'll need to put the setting on for wood chips. Separate 8 to 10 portions. Mix in half a pound of brown sugar and half a pound of the green chili habanero seasoning, or any of the variety of seasonings we'll be using. Mix thoroughly. Next, use canola oil spray to oil our parchment paper on its cooking pan. Spread the portions out so there is no overlapping, and add any leftover mix to the tops of the portions. We'll be smoking these at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour or until they have an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit and are golden brown in color. Once they're ready, pull them out and place them in the cooler so that they can get to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, we'll do the nuggets. Gather 4 pounds of salmon nuggets, mix in half a pound of brown sugar, and 0.04 pounds of sea salt. Let it cure in that mixture for 24 hours. When we're ready to smoke them, cover them in a 1/4 pound of the tequila lime, green chili habanero, or black peppered seasoning. Mix and spread them out on the oiled parchment paper so there is no overlapping. We'll be smoking these at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour or until they have an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit and are golden brown in color. At the halfway point, take them out, flip them, and put them back in for the duration. When they're ready, place them in the cooler and cool them down to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, we're going to prepare our hot sweet smoked salmon bellies by coating them thoroughly in the candied brine. Place it in the cooler and let it cure in that mixture for 24 hours. When they're ready, put them skin side down on the parchment paper. We'll be smoking these at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour or until they have an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit and are golden brown in color. Place them in the cooler and get them down to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. When you set your fresh case up, it'll have 9 core items, all in half pans except for salmon bellies, which will be in a full pan. When setting up your quad bunker, you'll have the 9 core items within 3 rows of TS20 containers. When setting up your knee knocker, you'll have the 9 core items 6 rows wide in TS20 containers.